Okay, so we're gonna get started. Just wanted to share the video to the group and stuff like that. So we have a pile of boards to fix, and the first one on the list is a old 820-2530 that does not power on. So what we're gonna do is plug this in and see what's going on. So first rail that we always need is PP3V42. We get a green light in the charger, so we know we don't have to check that, and we're gonna plug it in. You see, we get a nice green light in the charger. So no issues there. We have 3V42. We have the AC OK signal from our ISL. So now the next rail we're going to check is PP bus G3 hot, which is the main 12-volt rail that the entire system runs off of. So we're going to measure this on this fuse right here. I always like to measure on the most obvious and common places that are that it shows up on. And that is 12.55 volts, no issues there. So our next rail we need to check is PP3V3 and PP5V-S5. So those are going to be, they're going to show up. Let's open the board view and display capture. Let's see, display capture. Now my frame rate's going to drop drastically. So PP3V3-S5 is going to show up. Hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but I think you are. So PP3V3-S5, we're going to measure it on the other side of the board. S5 I believe is off, so we don't have to short the power pads to measure this. We're going to measure it right by the BIOS right here, and that is going to be the bottom of the board. Let's see here, I want so this is going to show up right here. You guys get the point. It's going to be right on these caps right here, or one of these caps right here. So we're going to measure that and see what that's measuring. And that is 3 volts, no issues there. Next rail is our 5V-S5 rail. I don't even think we have a 5V-S5 in this one. There is, let's see. No, we don't have a 5V-S5. It's something else on this, I believe. It's like MCP something or other. So we're going to check our S3 rail now. So we're going to check our, we have to short our power pads. This is going to show up here. And we're going to have to short our power pads, that's over here. And one thing to note is our fan does quarter fan spin. So what our fan does is, probably won't be able to see this, but look closely. When I short the power pads, which are up here, we just get a little tiny bit of they just basically, you know, crank over just a hair and then they shut off. Now here's the interesting thing. We're going to measure our S3 rail right here. We're going to see it's there. Now we're going to go over to the fan and measure PP5V-SO. And if we measure PP5V-SO, we get 5 volts at the fan, but the fan isn't spinning. So now what our only hope is let's see, since we know we are in an SO state, 3V3 5E S5 is there. Let's measure what we get on V-core. And then we're going to go over and give the board just a general look over. Remember, eyes before brain. So measuring CPU V-core, we get 0 volts. And we can measure MCP V-core too. We get 0 volts. So let's go over just give the board a little look over now. And let me shut off display capture so I have more than 5 frames a second. This is terrible and I don't know why. There. Q-Stack, how's it going? Pretty good. I'm just fairly busy at the moment. So let's give the board a little look over, since we know we're going to start in this area. This is our U7600, U7400, I believe. You see everything. Don't see anything, obvious right here. But the best tools are eyes. Let's just go and look. Just give it a thorough look over the entire board. I wonder what this might be. That doesn't look too happy, does it? So, what this is, a couple things going on here. So, whatever was right here blew up, obviously. Okay, so this was removed, this was removed, this was removed. This is rusted. I believe that's rust. So the liquid got here, and somebody touched it. They messed with it. Okay, so someone removed something. This blew up. This was a capacitor. It scorched the trace, and I'm sure this, from the spike, this is our buck controller, I believe, for our MCP, is going to be dead. The chance that this would survive that, I mean, it may have, but you never know. Why they touched these capacitors right here, I have no idea, because these are probably fine. This probably just the capacitor shorted the ground or got a spike, because this is, pretty bad, obviously. So we're going to have to do some reconstructive work there. And let's go over to see what that does. So if we look, let me go back on display capture. So it's going to be, someone used a screwdriver, probably. I know usually when they're that bad, it's from just burning, and that is going to be C7562, which is PP5VSO and grounds. That's what blew up. The capacitor went bad. Not a big issue. We have 5VSO. So what we're gonna have to do is reconnect that capacitor and then replace the capacitors that were removed, which is, or resistor is R7589, R7589, and I believe C7589 and R7581. Why they've removed that, I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So first things first is we need to address the issues that are going on here. So what we're gonna do is just start, removing this, and what I think I'm gonna do is put the capacitor directly on this tray, since this is just destroyed. Trying to get this to focus properly. This camera does not want to focus properly. So what we're going to do is just start you know, picking away at what's bad, and because I'm sure the PCB right here is shorted. So what you have to do is just start to, yeah, see how hot this thing got? But cut it right there, or no, it just came all the way up, so just gonna tear it, I guess. I don't want to break the connection to the chip. I'm gonna leave the pad, hopefully the pad will stay behind. You guys probably can't. Why does this, I don't understand why the scope keeps going out of focus, so. Alright, this via is destroyed, this is for 5VSO. So we're just gonna pick it away. See how it got like red, or it literally got red hot. So that's a piece of the trace, it's melted. This is where our main issue is ground. So what we're gonna do is just, yeah, look at that. This is probably gonna be a no fix. Not that bad. These tweezers are bad though. Where's my other pair of, there we go. See right here? That via looks like it just it burned into the board, and this is probably why our fan wasn't spinning, even though we had let's see. Good evening to those that are just coming into chat right now. Clean this up with a little bit of alcohol. Sometimes the alcohol will help you see a little bit better. As you can see, it just made it a whole bunch clearer. Yeah, this is keep in mind there could be something important under these traces too, but what can we do? It's cratered into the board. Just that's probably about as good as it's going to get. So let's see if we have a dead short on 5VSO now. We may have a dead short on 5VSO. Hard to say after that, but that's really going to be our only way that we're going to be able to recover that. So 5VSO has healthy resistance to ground. Yeah, that seems fine. So that definitely, hopefully we're okay. Hopefully we didn't go through any other traces trying to get that, but that was in the board, obviously, that's short. I'd still like to do a little more work around the edge. I'm actually going to turn the board so I can get a better shot at it, because my angle is terrible. So you see kind of where it's shorted, and it just you know, concerned what is this trace under here? What's that for? Is my concern. Whatever it is, there's probably burn to begin with. So we're gonna try. Just I think that's good. I think I got it all. Maybe not. Might even have to. Well, see, this is the via, and this is going deep into the board, so that's going to be a little bit. It's around the edge, like right here. I think that's good. I think what the short was, it was just right in this, where this hole is now, because that's what came apart on the board so easy. So now what we can do is start to rebuild this area. So first things first is that resistor that went right here. And you see there's metal all over this board too, so we might want to wash that off before powering it up, but we don't have to, I guess. It's really not going to, well, if it gets across the trace it's going to matter, but I don't think it will. So let's kick on the fume extractor, and let's find a resistor. And a capacitor for up here. Maybe a no stuff up there. I better check in the schematic. So that is, no, that's not a no stuff. I know for a fact. Well, I was seeing a similar board, so I could just look on that and go from there. Resistor, yeah, that resistor's no good. See that marking? This is something to look out for. We can measure it, but I'm willing to bet that will be no good. It looks blown. So let's start. I'm going to pull the chip off next. First, I just want to take care of the stuff that's hunt to find a donor board. So let's get 2530. I already had some of the area stolen off of the dropped hard drive board. So this is a So that actually was no stuff. So you know what that tells me? That nobody messed with that. So here's a good board. Well, not good, but the appearance of the pads made me think it was no stuff, but it turns out no, that's actually supposed to be missing. So that tells me that capacitor right there exploded in such a way that it just completely, you couldn't see where the cap went. It vaporized. So that's a pretty bad short. How that happened, I don't know. My guess is the chip itself, or even the MCP, shorted in a way that it just annihilated that capacitor. So just get rid of this flux. I'll just move it over here. Next is this chip right here. This is U7600, I think. We're going to replace that. It's beyond my knowledge of why internal shorts in the board happen. I don't understand what makes them short out like that in the board. Come on. Chip doesn't look too bad under it, but of course we're still going to replace it. Because for all we know, the MCP is dead. And we're also going to check the MOSFETs on the other side of the board for the MCP. But no, you know what? That almost looks... Yeah, that's a few layers down. You look at that. Can't really see the sense of depth. That's probably 3 or 4 layers down. So that tells me probably whatever's in the center that's vaporized as well, so not keeping the hopes up high for this one. Whenever you see it, like, the thing is, the board almost looks darkened too in that area, so it could very well have just destroyed whatever was under there 3 or 4 traces down. That could be SMC communication lines to our fan. That would explain why the fan isn't spinning, even when it has 5 volts. But yeah, this one's gonna get about, not very long. I mean, I'm going to replace this chip, have a look at the MOSFETs, see what it does, and then I'm going to call it quits if it still doesn't work, and move on to the next one. Because the way that's shorted, who's to say what caused it? We're going to clean this now with a Q-tip and some alcohol. Someone was digging for gold. Yep, that was me. I mean, I don't think this was even worked on. I think it was just obliterated from the short. Clean that up. Sometimes what happens, this really doesn't happen much with this chip, but like the ISL, what I seem to do a lot is cause shorts under it. Sometimes you'll squish it down, and if you leave the old flux down, it tends to make it easier for bridges, and it just creates this little bridge to ground, and it seems to be better if I don't clean them. I mean, if I clean the old flux off. And sometimes I just don't even care about the old Flux. It could be my Flux is expired too because it's several months old. And it's not refrigerated or anything, so wouldn't surprise me if my Flux is no good. I screwed up. I put too much solder on the center pad. It's never good. Yeah, about 6 months old. Mine's probably, I don't know, July of 2017. So not that old. 6 months expired, yeah. What I notice when it starts to get old, it burns off a lot easier. Like if you see, you won't see it right now, but you'll see occasionally it'll burn off really quick. A little healthy amount of solder on the center pad. Let's get our new chip. This is a 625 ISL 62 something or other. Let me clean that Flux. I forgot. I'm actually going to change my tip because this little 4mm is not doing the job. Is that deliberate? No. If I try and set it at 16.9, here's what happens. I think what happens is it just doesn't display correctly in the resolution. You can't see the whole image. Let me see here. So if I go to AmScope, properties, and the resolution is 2592 by 1944. Yeah, that's way off. Let's see. Let's try 1080p. Yeah, so if you see, like here's 16 by 9, it cuts off a good portion of the image. When if I go higher, if I go where I had it, you see a little bit more of the picture. So I set it like that. It just seems you get to see a little bit more of the picture. The camera is just lousy, but you know, it was $75, so you can't blame it. Are you running a reducer? I have no idea. It's just a Chinese camera, and I didn't even have the right C-mount adapter, so I told myself I was going to order a new adapter. So, and what I did in the meantime was taped it, and the adapter never got ordered, so it's still taped. That was probably in December, where I said I was going to order a new, the right adapter, and it still stays taped. So. tweezers to stick to this chip. Yeah, it's just the standard riser. It's nothing special about it. Chip fell into place. That's what we want. Seems to be soldered. We're going to push it down now. When I messed with it, it's sideways, so this doesn't look quite aligned how I want it, so I'm going to go over it with the heat one more time. Until it falls into place where I want it. Well, that might be good. Let's see. Tilt the board up. Yeah, that's fine. Not perfect, but not the worst. Okay, so now the fun part, we have to rebuild that trace for power. You can clearly see after I've heated the board a little bit. So you can kind of see the depth of the flux is there. So here's my tip of my tweezers, right? So this is at like the surface of the board, right? So if I run it across, I mean it's in there deep, and the coloration of it just burned inside the board. So I'm gonna replace that cap, and this will be a fun one because I'm gonna have to run a jumper, the 5VSO. Get our jumper wire. Never find where I put my jumper wire every time. Oh, it's actually in the right place for once. That's a shock. So we're going to run a little wire. Come on, beep. There we go. So if that's 5VSO, we're going to go over here. Tricky one, we're gonna have to tie it together. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to, since that's gonna be ground. Wait a sec. So instead of having that cap where it's supposed to go, we're gonna do a little modification. Since ground is also obliterated right there, I'm gonna solder this to another pad that is ground. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our cap. I'm going to solder this one in with the iron because I've already used my already ran the wire and I don't want to mess that up, so what we're going to do is get a cap now off the donor board. Solder it down. We get our wire and make it sort of professional looking. I want to avoid hitting that. The moment of truth. What does this do? Does it work? Or does it go in the pile for no fix? Because I'm not spending more than this. At least right now. I might come back to it at the end of the day. But I'm pretty sure that if it doesn't work right now, I'm going to move on. So we're going to start our power pads over here. Spin, nothing. So you do a 5 VSO. Don't spend too much time on MCP89 based boards, please. We have 5 VSO, so still not working. We have 5 VSO. Still nothing. Heatsink is getting hot. Let's have a look at these MOSFETs for, but this, they look okay, but yeah. Not now. Let's get the next one. So, this is a i5. Wait a sec, no it's not. It says an i5, but it's not. Fans, chime, no internal video, external video, bad backlight, suspected backlight driver. Okay. So, let's see. There's two. This is the model with the widespread GPU issues. So don't keep. Wait a sec. No, this is a different one. This is a 2850, no video on internal. This is going to be a super fun one to solve, and I'm glad I just saw that. So to solve this one, this is a 2850. 2850, a really common issue with no internal video. A lot of you know what this is, what the issue is, so we're going to go over this. So, I guess it would help if our RAM was seated properly and not halfway in. So, many of you guys know C9560. It's basically bit quiet in comments. So yeah, my chat is always do I consider going back and hyper editing my streams? Not really. I mean, I don't really have the time and patience for editing, and I don't have a good software. So Paul, if you have a good recommendation for software, I'll take it. But I could do that, but most of them are just, you know, kind of lousy sometimes. So C9560, we're gonna go over how you check that. So C9560 is right here. Super common issue with no video. Just plug it in. Should get a fan spin. Don't tell me this quarter fan spins. Okay, our fan is spinning. Measure voltage on C9560. It's for the frame buffer. 1.56 volts. Which is no good. Well, which is fine. Let's confirm this is actually no video. No backlight. You never know. But I think this will be just fine, so. Yeah, editing, I mean, people don't really watch my videos anyway, so it would kind of be pointless. I just don't want to waste the time. Now, if I was getting work from YouTube, if people were, you know, sending stuff, they found me on YouTube and they're sending stuff, that would be one thing, but they don't. At least I don't think they do. Most of it's from the groups or from my website or local referrals. So it's kind of pointless, you know. If I saw an increase in sales from videos, I would do it, but without that, there's really no point in me doing it. So let's confirm this really has no video and not no backlight or something, but believe it or not, that capacitor may cause that if it messes with the GPU. So and let's confirm it chimes too. Because no chime would not be fun. What about I don't even monetize my videos. It's pointless, you know. So we do get a chime. Let's wait and see if we get a question mark. So we do get a question mark. This is just no backlight. So we do get a. So let's go over the backlight circuit on the 2850. Really, I don't even think I've. Our MacBook Air is supposed to chime. Yes and no. I've had some that don't chime, and I can't figure out why. Just to appear, I'm resetting it should chime. But yes, they're generally supposed to. 2850. Let's go over what's needed for backlight. Let's open the schematic. Kind of hoping you guys can partway see it if I make this larger. So 2850, let's go to Documents. 820, 2850, where is it? It's in here. And we're gonna do, should be right here. Let's measure what backlight output is. So it's going to be these 3 pins right here at the end of the connector. And let's see if that's like partially boosting, if it's not at all, like if it's not being told, come on. It's 0, nothing. So it's not, it could possibly not be being enabled, it might not being told to by the PCH. So, actually let's measure again because it just posted. It's not going to come on before it posts. Nothing. So it's not boosting, it's not doing anything, so. So we could very well have a short. This is our backlight IC right here, which is going to be so old that I don't have it. So let's pull it over and let's look at that area. Going to be under the speaker, so who knows what we're going to find. Take off the speaker. Yeah, okay, so the extractor, so it wasn't working well, so I got a 195 CFM fan on the front, and I went with a larger duct as well, and it seems to work really well. I mean, it'll want to pull stuff into it, so it's better this way. And if you look at the Hakkos, they're only 150 CFMs, so that 195 sure does help. Of course, our backlight circuit looks just fine, at least that I see. Yeah, that's nothing wrong there. I really doubt that anything's failed over here. So my guess is what's missing is the LCD EN signal. So let's see what this other no backlight one is. I'm going to put this to the side just for now. Where's that i7? Had it in my hand or in a bag or something. This one? Yes. So if these i7s, if you don't see any visible corrosion, it's probably going to be the GPU signal that enables backlight. See, it's super common, and people still want me to fix these, and I don't want to fix these. Yeah, that looks fine. I see our problem. Who here sees our problem? Let's look at this. So, I see our problem. Couple things wrong with this. Hopefully we're going to be able to fix it. Where's our mux? So, two things. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Let me sorry about that. That's probably important. And that's probably important. And that's probably important. Right there. That's knocked off. This that's knocked off is probably important. And why these are knocked off, I have no idea. And okay, who here has an explanation by how you do this? I mean, this looks burned. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. That's burned right here. That's rusted. Yeah, you know what? I think that's my cue when I get a board that looks like this to end the stream and take the rest of the night off, because that's something I want to do right now. Cleaning did it? No, I don't think the cleaning did it, unless what you're doing is scrubbing it, and that could very well be with this customer to try and make it work. Is that Thunderbolt MOSFET? No, that's, I don't know. I think all this is related to screen, but oh, I see what you're saying, because I remember watching your video. Let me see what that is. This is a 2915B, the dreaded 2915B. Let's look at documents, schematics, 2915. And the burned component is I believe that is for Thunderbolt. So yeah, I think that's just a normal coloration of them, but yeah, when I see something like this, it's ultrasonic cleaner. I don't think did that. I think what did that is scrubbing it very, 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 very hard. It could have went across a rough bench, but whatever it is, it's gonna get tackled in the morning and not right now. Yeah, because there's some lifted pads and it's gonna be fun these guys right here. At least I have a donor. Right there. That one. I'll have to run a wire. That won't be bad. Wait. Maybe it will be. I have to see where these go. If that goes under this, we're game over. So let's look where that goes on the board view. Yep, that goes directly under the board for under the thing, the MUX. So yeah, I think we're done with this board. This is going to be a no fix because I can't, unless it comes out. I guess I could try a wire to the probe point. Yeah, I wonder if this is actually a via right here. I guess I could try. Just put the resistor across right on these pins. But yeah, I don't think this is going to be a fixable one either because of that. Think it vias the test point. Alright, you know what? No, it's getting late. I'm getting tired, and I'll tackle this tomorrow. I'll probably, not tomorrow actually, what am I saying? I'm taking the day off tomorrow. Probably Monday this will get done, so probably stream this on Monday. This seems like a good one to stream, an interesting one, so so I will come back on Monday and handle this, and maybe take a look at that 2850, or I might try and see if I can fix that one tonight, and then I'll stream this one on Monday. So thank you for watching, and I will see